This hangout is live. Welcome to another episode of Retro Roleplaying. I am Nicholas Skinner, the co-founder of Skinner Games. We have two of our regular players here tonight, Joe and Tim, and everybody else is doing whatever the heck they're doing. I know my brother who usually plays there's Zach. Hey, Zach. Brother who usually plays has my parents visiting him, so I'm not sure if he'll make it tonight. So it'll be the three of you, most likely. Zach, can you hear us? Is that a no? He was highlighted for a second.
I see a cat.
I see the cat too.
I do see a kitty. He's in here. Zach?
Maybe he doesn't have a microphone set up yet.
Dunno.
Can you guys hear me?
Ah, there we go.
I hear a voice.
Stopping my speaker from working.
That's okay, man. I've been having loads of technical difficulties tonight, which is what I was just about to talk about. My computer is on its way out. Unfortunately, I don't have $1,000 to buy a new one, so we have to struggle through all of this nonsense. It took me like a good 45 minutes to actually get this to launch properly, which sucked a lot, actually. But we're not here to talk about our computer problems. We're here to play a game, and this game that we're playing tonight is the White Box. They're a fantastic medieval adventure game. Now, this is actually an adaptation of the Swords and Wizardry game, which we played, 3 sessions ago? When we started this particular group of character adventurers in the Land of Quests. Speaking of, I should probably load that up. Where did I put it? I'll have to look for it in a sec. Anyway, so this game is made by Seattle Hill Games. It is in which they've got this little logo here in the back, so it's White Box. It's a 0 edition, old school Renaissance game made by Seattle Hill. They're pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome game. It's a nice breakdown of the Swords and Wizardry. It gives you 4 classes, which is different than some of the other Swords and Wizardry box sets that have come out. It gives you the fighter, the cleric, and the magic user as a base, and then you also get a thief. However, in the races, which you get dwarf, elf, halfling, the elf also has a nice combination caster fighter class. So you get your nice little 5-class coverage there. We'll talk about the system more as we play it, and as we get to the end, it is a very, very slick and sleek way to introduce people to role-playing games. And it's this nice little book. This one's in hardcover. You can get the PDF for free. The hardback book is pretty good, and he's actually got a new edition of it out. That's got some errata incorporated and a new logo. This is the old one. There's a number of different covers. This one is my favorite by, what is his name, Eric Lofgren. Well, this one's really good. I suggest you all look it up. There's a link in the description below, as well as our website if you check it out. We do review videos. There'll be a 5-minute review on this one, as well as this 3-hour live play session. So sit back, relax. Feel free to shout out to us in our live chat, which we have going. And we're going to pick up where we left off in the major port city of our campaign setting. And does anybody, under the other two who were actually here, Joe, Tim, do you remember what was happening?
Off the top of my head, no.
I remember ripping a guy's mask off and having to have no face. I remember getting an assassin dagger as well as an ornate jeweled necklace. I talked into getting some information and gold for. Quite a bit of gold. I know there's a hanging garden that we fought in. That was really fun. There was a crowded village where I believe Mooneye, Tim, you took a piece of fabric material to track down our assailant, or the person who pickpocketed us, I think.
I vaguely remember that.
And I believe right now we're heading down deep into the city because the city's built on layers, and as it gets farther down, it gets worse. and we are held up inside a abandoned house.
Correct.
That's what I have.
So you, well, that's not too bad. So you guys are in the town called Arnak, which is a large trade town. It's one of the oldest towns on the face of Quest, which is why there are so many layers to it. It's just town built up of town, built up of town. And it's this nice, confusing labyrinth. You guys are headed down into the center, searching for clues on daggers and other things that you have found. There was a period of time at the beginning of the first adventure in which our thief, George Biggs, who is Joe's character, who also has a jaded and shady history of which he keeps hidden. He found a dragon tooth in his money bag with some money missing, but the tooth had some mysterious carvings upon it that appeared to be from the southern continents. So he was, they're much confused by that, as well as the assassin that they ran into, who was faceless and was wearing a red mask, which also affected Hamilcar Mooneye at the time, because he seems to be under some sort of enchantment to where he sees letters that appear similar to the one on the dragon tooth, but different on anything that is red. He sees bright glowing yellowish kind of letters floating above it like some trippy hologram on anything that's red. It's flags, blood, anything. So as he is fighting this assassin, these letters are kind of floating in front of this assassin's face. And then when they peel the mask off of him after they defeat him in the Hanging Gardens, they discover that he has been faceless. So they went to a merchant to try and sell some of the stuff they found on this guy and to identify some of the objects. And he referred them to some assassins, thieves guilds that were very far down in the depths of Arnak, and kind of the thieves' quartery area. And in their adventures down there, they triggered some stuff on their way down and decided to hole up in what appeared to be an abandoned house that they barricaded for the night. And that is where we ended. Does anybody have any questions?
And there was some sort of a heartbeat or little thud, thud, thud coming, right?
Sure. I don't actually remember, even though I just listened to that part. But we can do that because that's creepy and would be awesome.
Oh, I thought that's what I remembered. Maybe I just dreamt it. That'd be awesome too.
Oh, that would be awesome. I don't know. You've been playing a ton of games with me, even off camera, so weird, creepy crap has been happening.
Yeah.
Your camera's wigging out, dude. Every time you talk, it's just like gray screen.
Me? Awesome.
Yeah. It's
Let's
fine.
see if I can change I can try changing the quality.
Nah, I don't really care that much. I'm just noticing things. Anyway, okay. So let's get started. So there were actually 3 of you playing last time also, but it was not Zach, who has his own character that we need to introduce. There was another player that I had played with before in the past. His name's Austin, and he was playing a ranger called Ansel Faramon. And so the 3 of you were able to make a suitable resting place for the night. I don't know what you guys did for watch, how long you decided you wanted to sleep, because you can't really tell if it's daylight or not down here. So what did you guys want to do about that?
I said we make Ansel watch.
We can make him watch if we decide. All 8 hours.
Mooneye, what do you think?
Yes.
You guys suck.
Well, he is a hunter.
He is a hunter.
Or ranger.
Okay. Yeah, yes, rangery type. But since there is no ranger in the basic version, I'll just have to come up with something. So we are able to make it through the night without too much of an interruption. At one point throughout the night, Ansel does wake you all up because he hears some hullabaloo going on outside. There's some shouting, some clash of weapons, but nothing happens. Nobody knocks on the door. You guys are just braced against the happening, and then go back to sleep once it seems to be over. And then morning comes along, and you guys are hungry and tired because your sleep was interrupted, but luckily nobody has any spells. I don't know if that's lucky necessarily because you guys don't have a cleric, but that is how it's rolling so far. What do you do?
Try not to die.
It's harder than it sounds in the games that I run.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull out a ration and, eat, relax.
Okay.
Because I'd rather, if we're going down into this, looking for these thieves, I want to make sure we're ready.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. Zach. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Is your microphone working?
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you now.
Maybe I'm just not speaking loudly enough.
I don't know. Okay, you wake up, and there appears to be a hard wood floor underneath of you. It is in a rundown room that is lit, but not brightly. So you have this nice dimly lit room. You're not quite sure where the light is coming from. And there is an odd smell in your room.
Hey, I washed.
Other time I'm looking at this strange place.
Yes. You're not quite sure how you got there. You don't know what you were doing beforehand. You have no memory of anything at the moment.
Well,
You remember your
We had a
name.
great party last night.
Yeah, what was that, Zach?
Thief, this is not surprising. I've probably woken up in worse places and in worse condition.
Yeah, yes. You remember your name, you remember your background, stuff like that, but you're just not quite sure what's happened within like the last 48 hours to get you down here. You don't even know what city you're in.
That's a worse blackout than. So I'm going to start looking around, see a little bit, try to feel where it's coming from.
Okay. It appears to be coming from a number of different sources. There seems to be light coming from outside of the room, kind of shining a little bit underneath the floor, through some of the walls that don't appear to be made very well. The wood is really warped and cracking. You can tell that it is a very poor area that you're at least currently in. This place, it is a very rundown home.
Oh, goody. So I'm probably in the lower city. That's something. Here with me, furniture-wise.
There's piles of what appear to be rags in a corner. There might have been a bed here at one point, but there's just broken wood. There is what might be a window on one side. There's curtains covering something, but the curtains are very tattered and torn, and it looks like they're kind of starting to fall off the rings that are holding it to the rod. There is no open source of light in the room, and other than that, there does not appear to be something living of which you're aware currently. You do have your weapons and things just in case something does go south. So you're not stripped naked or anything. You just are awake in this room for no reason, seemingly.
All right. Well, may as well just double check my equipment, make sure everything's still here and stolen again, and.
There is a door also, which I have forgotten to mention. No, I didn't. I said that the light was coming under the door. Aha!
All right, so prepping up the old dagger there, just get her, slowly crack the door, see if I can anything on the other side as I'm opening it, just taking my time. Like if I'm in someone's back room and I stumbled in there drunk, like a party or something.
Right. You open your door into a hallway, and the hallway is illuminated. There are fixtures hanging that appear to have candles in them. You're in a hallway that has a number of other doors in it. Pardon me, let me get a drink here. But there doesn't seem to be any sound. However, George and Hamilcar, you begin to hear some creaking going on above you.
Do you hear that?
I'm gonna smell.
You smell a lot of very foul things. It is not very happy smelling here.
Whatever it is, I can't tell. Let's go have a look.
Zach, you hear voices coming from down the hallway.
Oh, that's friggin' fantastic. Or guards are looky-loos. I'm gonna try and get myself some cover behind a door. Like, just...
You take cover behind the door? Okay.
All right.
All right,
I'm
Ansel.
open, but I kind of get behind.
Okay. So Ansel will take his bow out, and he'll ready an arrow. And he says, "I do not like this idea. We should have checked the home before we slept."
Okay, so
All right, I'll go check it out. Where's my axe?
Next to you, everything seems to be there.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab my axe. I'm gonna start clomping up the stairs.
Okay. Zach, your character, who has not been introduced yet, so I keep calling you by your name, it begins to hear very heavy footsteps approaching you on a set of stairs.
I'm going to follow behind Moon Eye, but nice and slow, leaning on my walking staff as I'm going.
Okay. And Ansel will bring up the rear with his bow at the ready. Zach, what it is that you do?
I just wait. It sounds like a couple of different sets of footsteps, right? Of them?
Yes, you hear distinctly 3 different sets of footfalls.
That's a little weird. Fairly heavy or anything, do they?
One of them sounds very heavy.
The guards, most of them would be wearing armor of some kind at the very least. Probably not trying to be too sneaky. What's the worst that can happen? Angry homeowner.
Angry homeowner. You stayed at my party too long. Okay. So you guys get to the top of the stairs. It didn't take that long. And then all of a sudden, out pops a being. Zach, describe your character, please.
The man in steps out from behind the doorway, looking a little bit amused at the characters he sees coming up the stairs towards him. From his expression, human, probably, yes, very scraggly, kind of thin, leather armor, dirty, looks like he hasn't shaved, brushed, or washed in some time.
Ew.
I'm a thief. I don't got time for that.
Apparently not.
He realizes he's not staring down guards or pissed off homeowner looking for their stuff. He introduces himself. Remy the Apple Picker. How can I help you?
Sorry, I missed your name. What was it?
Remy the Apple Picker.
Remy the Apple Picker. Nice.
No last name because, no real family of note. So. Hi.
All right. You see another man who looks equally run down, pointing an arrow at you. Says, "How long have you been here?"
I'm gonna go with at least a couple of hours. I was passed out in that room.
Passed out in what way?
Knocked out. I got really, really drunk again. After like the last burglary. Either way.
You're a thief. I don't know if he can be trusted. The rest of you just
Less grumpy looking fellas.
yes. Before you see a rather large dog man, a wolfkin, who's very hairy, salivating, seems to be quite hungry. You see a very old man standing behind him, leaning on a cane, looking fairly bemused by the situation, and then your rather hostile man with a bow still pointed at you.
Please slip the dagger away. I don't want to look hostile. This isn't my home. Just get my hands up. Oh, my fellas.
This isn't our home either. We thought it was abandoned.
Well then.
Joe, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I do a lot of
I
talking.
guess.
No, all your stuff is kind of frozen, so I'm just making sure.
Am I? Do you hear me or see me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just can't see you, and your icon down below is completely just frozen.
They're still moving for me.
So
Is he moving?
Sweet.
Yeah,
so it's not my fault.
For me.
Huh. Everybody
He's
else
moving
looks
for me,
fine,
but
other
he's
than the
quite
cat.
choppy.
Yeah, it's an old
That
PC.
That cat's looking pretty frozen though.
From you and Icy seem perfectly okay though.
So Remy, do I recognize Remy at all from my
No.
past dealings? No. Okay. So he doesn't recognize me as well.
No, he has no idea who any of you are.
Remy the apple picker. Why do you call
A
yourself
vagrant.
that?
We should beat him up and take his money and throw him out and naked on the street.
I agree.
Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last time.
All right. We're trying to get down deeper into the city. Do you know your way around here at all?
Okay.
You have been here before.
No, I'm asking.
Yes.
Remy. Okay.
It's not exactly like
Now,
your summer
why
home,
in the
but...
nine hells would
Sorry, what was that?
you guys want to go down there? Nothing down there.
Someone's.
Pickpockets, cutthroats.
Well, that's the deal. Is we had a thief pick my pocket and leave me something. I figure it's a calling card. We're trying to figure out where they want us to go.
We were just gonna go down and do some sightseeing. Maybe plan out our summer home.
A summer home would be dandy.
Well, I know some of the people down on those parts of the city. You guys maybe want me to come along, grease the wheels.
What are you looking for?
Mostly looking, well, something to do for one. Two, trying to figure out how I managed to wake up here. Funny or recently deflowered someone. I'd probably like. Out. Point that happens across my way is not a bad thing.
So you want us to pay you for services, or you want to earn some money?
I am perfectly fine with earning my keep.
I look over at Moon and I say we can always use an extra hand.
Yeah, it'll make great cannon fodder.
You guys have a pretty nasty history with cannon fodder. Ansel still doesn't look happy, but he doesn't say anything.
Well, I guess.
I have
But
no
if
idea what cannon.
he fails to prove himself in battle, I get first dibs on taking his head out.
You can have all you want.
Sweet.
Okay.
Scary wolf man.
Okay. All right. Cool. So you guys have picked up a new Patna. Remy the Apple Picker. Dee, 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 dee. I need to get some music whenever something interesting happens. Okay. So you guys continue your journey down into the city. As I said, it's very labyrinthine. There's lots of twisting, lots of turning. Your ranger, which doesn't actually exist in this, but will continue to keep his class feature of tracking. Your ranger will periodically lose track of what's happening, and it seems like your walk is just taking forever.
Ansel, do you know where we're going?
I've never been here, no.
All right.
Don't look at me.
Pretty irritable, which seems fairly normal, but more than usual.
Remy, we're trying to find the thieves. I'm talking major thieves. Do you know how far down we're going to have to go?
Let me think. Talking about here. Like the sort of fellow who would drop something in your pocket to lead you into a trap, or just road.
I'm thinking the type that lead us into a trap. We've already dealt with these guys once, and they've tried attacking him. We've
So backstabbing jerks.
I'm going to show Remy the mask.
Okay.
Or do I have the mask, or does Ansel have the mask?
I thought you had it.
Okay.
You will
I'm
have
gonna
it
show
since
Remy.
you're talking.
Okay, I'm going to show Remy the mask. Have you seen anyone wearing these type of masks? And it's a bright red mask, which came from a faceless assassin.
There's writing on that thing. They still don't believe me that there is, but there is.
Nice. So,
Yeah, my friend is crazy and thinks there's words showing up on this.
Zach, this will be something you are aware of, having been in the town before. You do know that it is something you don't want to mess with. These are not nice people. That they have a tendency to do very naughty things in very public ways, and that they have kind of a stranglehold on major parts of the city. Just trying to think if I had a name for them. And I don't remember where I put that notebook. This seems to be a developing pattern I don't like. Let's see, we will call them the Crimson Moon. There we go.
It works.
Indeed.
Well, I have heard of them. I'll control good chunks of the city down, especially on the lower levels, without them knowing about it and it happening. Places they be, though. Kind of hard to find an assassin. And you.
And while you guys are having your
would I know
discussion,
any place you could potentially find them?
yes, you know of several places. Some of them are fairly close by, even where you can find at least contacts that can help lead you to find these people, or at least contacts to find contacts to find contacts. You know, it's kind of a nice convoluted area.
Wheels.
Right. You know, it's not like you can just walk into a clubhouse and be like, "Hey, I totally need to." You know, it's
Hey,
set me
someone
up with
willing
your
to
leader.
kill some nobles for me?
yeah, like that. That does not exist quite so much.
No.
But you are aware of paths in which to make connections. We can get started in that way. However, as you guys were talking, there appeared a group kind of around you that you didn't notice at first, as more people started to kind of drift and block the areas that you guys were searching in. And one of them turns to you and doesn't say a word, but just stares uncomfortably.
I don't like that guy's look.
What's your business?
Yeah.
He looks kind of gruff at you and he goes, "What's yours down here?"
My friends are taking me on a walk.
Taking you for a walk.
I've been around a
Ansel
long time, and I want to look around this city to see what's to see.
This ain't no place to look, old man. And Ansel will look. Ansel will also answer because that's not a confusing thing to say. Say, our business is our own. Let us walk. You don't get to tell us what to do.
I pound my walking stick on the ground.
Oh, scary.
I've seen many things.
To cut in here quickly.
I heard you say you cut in.
Fellas.
There we go.
I'm just taking our friends here, local taverns. This fella is my uncle. He's kind of an idiot. Mind him. Get on our way. We'll get out of your hair and out of your turf.
I don't know if we should let you go without a warning. How about you, boys? And they kind of chuckle and laugh and start pulling out weapons, and you guys need to roll me initiative. In this system, it is one roll for each side. It is a d6, and whoever rolls highest wins. So among the three of you, decide who wants to roll.
All right, let's let the new guy.
We should draw straws.
Zach, go ahead and roll.
All right. Just being a little.
Has he declared it yet? What'd you roll?
Zach, did you roll?
Can't hear you again. Just so you know. There you go. I think.
I'm waiting on my
Alright.
dice roller. It's being really funky.
Oh, okay.
He
I
spun
forgot to
it
clean
like
it up
a
before we
top.
started.
No worries, man.
He spun it like a top. He's waiting for it to fall over.
Yeah.
Top seems to be running on potato today.
No worries, dude. I totally get it.
Everybody else knows the feeling.
A little too intimately for my pleasure.
20, yes?
No. D6.
Oh, it's a 6.
Yep.
2.
Cool. They go first. They rolled a 4. Okay, so there are 6 of them, and your exits have been blockaded. We will do this. We will get that. And each of them has... okay. 1 second to finish this. Alright. Okay, so the one that was speaking will approach, not charge, but approach quickly Remy, who was the last one kind of talking, or at least trying to appeal. He did not like the words that you were saying, and he attempts to strike you. What is your AC? It is. We are doing
Okay,
ascending AC, not descending.
Leather armor.
Okay.
-2 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so it's 12.
Okay.
Okay, so you have an AC of 12. Okay. I don't remember what. George, what was your AC again?
It says 13 from previous games, so I assume it's still 13.
Yeah, there shouldn't be too much of a difference. Hamilcar?
Mine was 14.
Okay. Okay. So, Remy. He slashes at you with his dagger, but you deftly miss. You seem agile for your unwashed state.
Oh, good.
Protected by dirt.
And another bandit will come up and attempt to stab you also, and he is deflected by your hand as you knock it out of the way. Okay, so let's go that way. And let's do the...
Well, if there's anything in this world I'm prepared for, it's dudes pulling daggers.
Okay. All right. Hamilcar, you have two of these individuals approach you also, because you are big and scary, and they want to get you out of the way first. And one of them matches your AC. I can't remember if we were meeting or beating with this. I think we were meeting or beating. Let me take a look real quick. The attack roll is compared to the table. If the attack roll is equal to or higher than the number on the table, the attack hits. Okay. That's what I thought it was. Most systems are meet or beat. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so you do get struck. Side note on the system, since this is one of those very basic games, it is once again a single d6 most of the time for damage, unless there's some slight variation. A +1 or a -1 depending on what it is that you're attacking with. Where's the table? There's the missile weapons. So that's nice that you don't have to really, there's the, I don't know if anybody can read that or see that, especially once it gets posted, because it seems to be once it hits YouTube that there's a reduction in quality, which is a bummer, but fine. But it is nice to just be able to roll one die. You don't have to have a crap load of die to be able to have your weapons work. So you are being attacked, Hamilcar, with a dagger, which is a d6 -1, minimum of 1 because he just rolled a 1. So you take a single point of damage as his dagger gets kind of caught up in your fur and he tries to stab you. And then there's another one that attempts to attack you, but your movement in trying to deflect the previous attack is just enough to be able to cause him to miss. And George, one of them, attempts to hit you with a club as he comes up screaming. But you definitely move out of the way with your old man speed.
I saw that coming a mile away.
And Ansel is also attacked. Oh, snap. This was solidly attacked with a short sword, which is also a d6 -1, minimum of 1, because he just rolled a 1. So he takes 1 point of damage. Okay. Why did you do that? Don't do that. I didn't tell you to do that. Okay. That makes it your turn. There are 6 enemies, as I stated before. So, who wants to go first? We can
I'll
go
go
first in order of dexterity if we decide we want to do that, or you guys can argue amongst yourselves.
I'll go first.
Okay. Anybody opposed? Okay.
Sounds fine.
Okay, with a mighty snarl, I'll take my battle axe, raise it over my head, and attempt to cleave this guy down the middle.
Okay. Which one? There were 2. Doesn't matter.
The one on my left.
Okay.
What's the attack roll? Remind me.
D20 system.
I gotta track down my other D20.
And I'm pretty sure that this one does not offer bonuses for strength. Let me check real quick.
There we go.
You were a fighter, so you were a level 5 fighter, so you actually got +3 to hit.
Wonderful.
Let me see if there's a strength bonus. I don't remember there being one, but... No. Fighters can use their strength bonus to modify their 2-hit.
With pleasure. Okay, that was a 14.
And damage when using melee. It was a 14.
Yeah.
A 14 will connect your axe with the bandit to your left.
Okay, and this is a 1d6 plus 1. Total of 5.
Attribute. What is your strength?
My strength is 16.
Okay, you get a bonus +1 to your damage. So you get a total of +4 from your class and your strength modifier. And then whatever it was that you were attacking, you said an axe. You were using a battle axe, which is a d6 +1.
Yep.
Okay.
So I rolled a 4 plus 1 from the axe plus what? 3 from strength.
3 from your class, and then 1 from your strength. So you get a total of +5, including the addition from the axe. So you did 9. That's what it boils down to. Okay. You do enough to kill him twice and then some.
Whoa.
So he has been cloven in twain.
Oh, it's
By
messy.
your mighty axe. Yes, it is quite. So there is that bandit gone. Okay. Who wishes to be next? And we will go in whichever order is established currently for the rest of the combat.
Okay, for how brutally I killed this guy, does that not intimidate any of the other ones?
Not currently, no.
Then these people are stupid.
Yes.
All right. I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
So George is going to reach behind his back and pull out his assassin dagger and take a swipe at the guy who attacked me.
Okay, sounds good. So we have name card, George.
And this is the assassin dagger, which has a to its attack.
Okay.
So it's a 1d6 plus 3 or whatever. I rolled a 16.
You will gut him like a fish. Possibly.
All right. Well, I only rolled a 1 for my damage, but I get plus 3, so that's 4 plus 1 on my strength modifier because I'm a 15 strength.
Nice. So, yeah, you will actually succeed in disemboweling him with your dagger. Take that!
Now I'm going to look and say, you should be afraid of the old man. I'm old for a reason.
Nice. Zach will make it your turn next, and then the NPC Ansel will go last.
Okey-dokey. So, who's there? And,
Okay.
just going for some stabby stab.
Stab, stab, stab.
Alrighty. Rolled a 10 on my to hit.
Okay.
Would that be good enough?
The leader of which was talking to you, we'll say you were attacking him. He is quite angry at your attempts to, diffuse the situation, and your dagger seems to turn upon your attempt to stab him. Amazingly.
He's got armor. Fantastic.
Okay. Ansel had his bow that he never really put away after meeting Remy. So he is going to attempt to shoot at the bandit in front of him, and his arrow goes wild as the bandit is in close combat and is able to see what he's doing. And that makes it their turn again. So there are 4 bandits left from the 6 that started, The leader will once again attack Remy, but he misses. As Remy is in punching boxing mode with his dagger, however many he has. And the other bandit will attempt to attack, but is unable to do so with the speedy Remy. Let's see, there is one more bandit that is attacking Hamilcar, who also doesn't seem to be able to land a blow. That leaves the bandit on Ansel, who doesn't hit. Ansel blocks it, knocks his attack aside with his longbow. And that makes it the player's turns. Hamilcar goes first.
All right. Where's this other yahoo?
He was to your right, now he's kind of in front of you. You can turn to face him.
Time to die.
Maybe.
Time to turn you into a smudge on the cobblestones. This roll was a 16.
Ooh. You will definitely be able to do what you may to him. You can have your way with this bandit.
Okay, attack roll of 4 again on die.
Okay. Yes, you will definitely have your way as you
So another
fulfill your desire to turn him into a desire to, make him a smudge up on the concrete as there sprays. He stands there for a minute and kind of falls over. And the other bandits are starting to look a little concerned at this point, since half of their numbers have dwindled into death.
I made these men half the men that challenged me.
Almost.
All
Don't
right.
forget George.
Now it's George's turn?
It is indeed.
All right. I'm going to attempt to backstab the one attacking Remy.
Okay.
Because he's focused on Remy, right?
Not enough that you could do a backstab attack like that, unless you... Is the backstab part of this system?
Yeah. 1 second.
What is that for
The thief class says it does have a.
Yeah.
You have to catch the target unaware.
Yeah. So they're in combat, so they're aware of you. You'd have to be like
They're
hiding
aware
and then
of
jump out. Ha! So, but
That sounds fine.
know all of you guys are there. So
All right.
okay, yeah, backstab.
I'm going to help Remy because I saw that he tried to attack this guy and he wasn't able to do much. And, I'm going to sort of take him under my wing a little bit.
Okay.
Old man I am. So I'm going to take my dagger and I'm going to just swipe at the guy attacking him.
Okay. The leader man.
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
Okay, a 15 will make contact as you feel your dagger sink into his flesh.
I rolled a 6. Plus 3 is 9. Plus 1 for attack is 10.
Total damage?
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay, he turns to look at you in a very angry way. He seems very bitter, turns to sort of try and attack you, and then he stumbles to his feet, or stumbles to his knees, and then falls on his face as a pool begins to collect underneath of him.
That's right, Remy. You can have the next one.
Fair enough.
The two remaining bandits look very concerned and very afraid. And it is Remy's turn.
Right. It's right next to me, yeah?
Yes, there is one left next to you.
I wait to actually hit him, but I'm trying to be menacing and terrifying to see if I can get him to run away.
That could be a possibility. They definitely already look very shaken as they showed up with, superior numbers and have quickly dwindled into nothingness.
And at him with the knife, but I'm not actively trying to hit him.
Okay.
frighten the guy.
Yeah, you can try and intimidate him if you want.
What would you like me to roll for that then?
Okay. I don't think there is a strict intimidate skill. So yeah, I mean, you're a super hairy man. Like, I mean, you're hairy, you're unclean, you're very crazed looking, and you've got your dagger, and he'll be intimidated, and start to take a step backward out of combat and retreat. He wants to run away definitely, which makes it Ensel's turn, and he will spare his opponent also. But not without warning. We see your face again and you will die. Now leave. And they'll take off.
You pox-ridden rat men. Yeah!
I'm going to look at Remy. I'm just going to shake my head.
Your resident old man does not approve.
Can I go ahead and take a look through the guy that's down at the ground in front of me?
You can, indeed.
All right, I'm going to search him.
All right. You will find 32 copper pieces. Nothing more. You will find dagger, of course, as I had stated he had. He was actually not wearing armor. It's just Remy's attack was weak enough and his AC was high enough that I just went when you attacked him.
My corn doodle
It looked intimidating. Yeah. It looked intimidating enough, but he's his armor. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I'm as weak as a bag of kittens.
With the picture there, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, my cat, he jumped up on top of the shower barrier and then got stuck up there.
Nice.
Like, please help me get down.
I know, cats are hilarious like that. They're like, I'm gonna see if I can get up here, and then it's like, what do I do? It's like kids.
Yep, we'll try anything
My
you want.
kids do that constantly. Yeah. My kids are always trying to get up in places, and then they get there, I'm stuck. Especially my almost 2-year-old. Stuck! I'm stuck! Yeah, you are.
What have you learned?
No, because he does it like 2 minutes later. Stuck! Like, yeah. Yeah, you are. We're not playing this game anymore, Peter. No, those are my kids. It's like... Anyway, we're not here to talk about my children, how it's like beating your head against a wall. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so you guys have defeated these bandits. You found some keys upon them and are able to continue your journey. You don't find any other markings on them. They don't appear to be from whatever Assassin's Guild that you were searching for. They don't appear to be part of any gang in particular. They just appear to be some ne'er-do-wells that were challenging your ability to walk through the area.
Hey, look at these
gutter snakes
letters.
and vagabonds.
There was 2 people talking at once. What? Okay, Zach. And again. This is the one thing I really don't like about online play is the ability to talk over each other like that. Zach, what were you saying?
Oh no, I just comment that they're,
That they're what?
that they were just they're street trash.
No.
Gutter
yeah.
snipes and such.
And now they're literally street trash. Nobody even comes to pick up their bodies to leave them. People were walking through the street. They weren't walking, obviously, while you guys were fighting, but they just kind of lived. Tim, what was it you were saying?
I see letters in their blood pools.
And you do. You still see the letters kind of cropping up wherever things are that are red. It doesn't seem to be as disconcerting as it first was. You're getting kind of used to it. But the letters are still there. Okay. You... Let's see. Where do I want to go here? Hold on.
Looting them. I see if any of them have any good shoes. Can always use a new pair of good shoes.
They are not good shoes. These are not rich people.
Them for it then.
You could put them on your feet, but I'm not sure if you'd even be okay with that. And I might, who knows what you might get from them.
They still might be cleaner than he is.
The holes in him are in the right place. They'll fit his feet perfectly.
Fair enough.
Or we could use them as earmuffs for the Wolfman.
Nice. Okay, you guys are still following your... Actually, is Remy going to be leading the way now?
Since he's used to this area?
Correct.
That sounds like a plan, because I believe Ansel said that he's lost.
He's not lost. I just don't know where I'm going. Okay. Let's see, you will travel another couple of times. Okay. Remy, I need you to roll me a d6 twice. 3 times. So that's 6 rolls. Yes.
Oh, so 2 die 6 3 times. Okay.
Yes, and I need to know them in groups of 2.
Got it. So the first set is 6-3.
Okay. You
5,
continue
6.
to lead your party. Okay.
And the last set is 6-5.
Okay. Sounds good. You continue to lead your party successfully down into the underdepths of the city of Arnak. And there are no guards that you have seen from the upper city at all. There seems to be no police force whatsoever. And let's not do that. You see the glare from the computer, and that's confusing. But the structures also seem to become more deteriorated as you go down. However, they still seem to be supporting the structures up above them, which is kind of curious and disconcerting as you walk. Things are there are stone structures also, but there appear to be wooden scaffolding and things that have caused a lot of confusion. You have completely left the area of natural daylight down here, and you have only torches and other things that have that light the way that are lining the street. All the houses and structures are really close together. It's hard to navigate through the street, not because of people, but just because of the junk that's down here. You guys have to literally crawl over things periodically, through them, under them. You have become covered visgoo, as Ghostbusters 2 has stated. And you're not quite sure what all of these substances are as you're going. You begin to see things that don't seem to be normal in appearance. There are rats that are as big as beavers, and some of the sentient beings down here that you can tell they are of human or other origin seem to have been down here long enough that they have drifted in their appearance to some degree. And this is where, Remy, you stop.
I'm not particularly fazed by these foul-smelling substances. This is business as usual for me. Nor are the weirdos with the second chin or extra eyeballs. You get used to it. Where am I trying to lead them?
There are a number of places nearby that you can discuss finding the Crimson Moon with. So you have a number of options that you're able to present players. The rest of the party. There's a club that's relatively close by that is pretty much the major gathering place for everyone. Though it is poor down here, and there's still a casino. More or less. It's not a super glitzy, fancy one. It's like the super dangerous Russian mafia kind, but there is one down here for entertainment, where people fight to earn money, or they gamble their lives away, that sort of thing. There is also a tavern that you're aware of that might have somebody in it. You also might get stabbed as you go in, so you're whichever that is. And then there is an unsavory individual of which you are a distant acquaintance with, that might be able to give you some information, maybe, if you have what he wants, which you're never quite sure you do.
Well, I suppose we'll start at the casino. It is the place that's least likely to get these topsiders shanked.
Maybe.
I do warn them in advance of a couple of things. If they have any jewelry, they're best to hide it in something that can't be easily reached by children or kobolds. If I strongly suggest not looking anybody in the eye. To yourself, don't touch anybody else's stuff. From words longer than nothing fancy. You might get killed. I'm leading them.
Okay.
After my helpful words.
I look at Remy. I go, I'm old. This city's old. Look how old their bones are. And it's still standing.
And there happen to be a pair of bones that are sticking up.
Well, I was talking the city structure itself.
Oh, I know, but there's literally a pair of bones just like sticking up out of this nice rib cage.
So, I have a feeling I'll be standing quite a long time.
Ooh, tough guy.
Look with that.
Ansel just looks. Yeah, Ansel looks very uncomfortable with this whole situation.
Tried to keep it, any wealth you have not obvious. Forget one way or the other.
I am a ranger. I donate my proceeds. I have no wealth to my name.
Do you look like you might have some? They'll try. They'll take your teeth if they think they can sell them.
I'm going to pull the cloak up over my head. I'm covered with this viscous goo from earlier, and I'm just going to lean on my staff more than I have been, just to emphasize being old in people.
That may not be such a great idea. Yeah. Okay. All right. So he will lead you through some twists and turns. You'll go up a wooden staircase that's fairly precarious, as floorboards break underneath of you. But you'll eventually reach your casino. Outside there is a massive wolfkin, who is probably a size and a half, again, larger than your own, who is guarding this door.
Dude, Moon Eye, he makes you look like a puppy.
It's all right. He's still equally edible.
And he'll definitely notice that you guys have approached. I can smell you, he'll say.
I can smell you.
I just said that.
Yep. Well, any chance my friends and I can get Izzy tonight?
Do you have an invitation?
I have a little bit of loose coin to spend to place my bets on some of the matches tonight, if you have anything going on.
Possibly. Do you have an invitation?
I guess tonight's invitation only. If there's no other way we can get this out.
I could give you a new
My hairy
hole
friend.
to breathe through.
My hairy
No,
friend.
I'm good for those.
What type of invitation are you looking for?
I had it and I just lost it. You must have a member of the club. This is a private casino.
I hold up the tooth.
He'll sniff it. He'll glare a little. One moment, he says. And he'll knock on the door. And it'll slide open a little bit. And he'll speak in a series of low growls. The door slowly closed. And he'll just stand and stare at you awkwardly. He's not awkwardly. The staring is awkward.
I look just as uncomfortable as he does.
If you get too close, he'll start to growl. And then stop as you back up. And after a very uncomfortable, undetermined amount of time, the door will slide open. A piece of paper will be pushed out. He'll read it, and then you may enter. But be wary. You do not belong here.
All right, I go in.
Okay. The casino is very full. It seems that everybody who is alive is here tonight. There is a cage match going on, rather brutal. The floor of the cage is already covered in entrails and excrement from the people who have been fighting. It is a fight to the death sort of betting casino. There's a number of different races that are mixed about. There are the dwarves that are a couple of representatives of them, and they actually seem very wealthy. So it's kind of a surprise to see them down here. But they are there managing funds. There is a nice elven conclave that seems to be holed up in the corner. They're not quite sure what to make of it. Honestly, they don't seem insulted or disgusted, but they seem fairly disinterested. There are a number of halflings running around doing their thing, telling their gypsy stories and doing their acrobatics and all of that fun stuff. Definitely a number of wolfkin. There are humans that are in the ring fighting these giant man dogs and losing horrendously. You don't see any brightlings here, but there are a number of darklings that are running around doing wicked, weird, crazy magic stuff. There doesn't seem to be any rules to this casino at all. This seems to be bedlam. However, there is also some pressing force as you guys walk in that seems to keep you in line and not wanting to do too much that will cause a nice ripple to go through the crowd.
What was the name of this building?
It is called the Golden Sickle. It isn't listed anywhere on the outside of the building because it's a fairly discreet place. but you'll see some signage on the inside that talks about it, and you'll hear the announcer, "Welcome to the Golden Sickle," and talk about the cage matches and the fighting. But it is a very loud and boisterous place. There's lots of punching outside the ring going on as well. Lots of just dangerous area.
All right. Well, obviously they want us here, or else they wouldn't have sent me this tooth. Let's see if we can find someone in charge.
Maybe it's one of those special items that's part of their ad campaign. Everybody gets one.
Does this key fit into a car? Then it's yours.
Does this key fit into a wagon?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's a tooth, so does this tooth fit into a dragon?
Then run away!
Maybe.
It's the
That'd
ultimate
be awesome.
Dragon.
Yeah,
dragon.
good luck
It's the
taking it
ultimate
out.
steed. I love it.
He's slick. Okay, so what do you guys want to do?
Not get mugged.
Well,
Very good.
while they're looking around, I go get a drink and just tell them to or something if they need me.
Okay, your guide wanders off. And Ansel, I knew he was trouble.
In line aside.
Drink until he blacks out again.
I know this kind of establishment. You want to have a drink in your hand. You're up to something.
Blend in, blend in.
Exactly. Plus, I want to get a good seat for the cage fight. So.
It's not a real cage fight unless you get spattered with blood.
The first two
Or you're
rows
in
will
it.
get wet.
And you would not notice the dirt was on you.
All right,
just
like
like
I
to
said, I'm trying to find someone in charge in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
up to one of the tavern keepers, or I assume there's tavern. If there's a place to get drinks.
Yes, there is a place to get drinks. There is a bar. There are gambling tables. There's more than just the cage matches here. There are guards standing around in certain areas to try and keep people from going there. Into the locker room, for lack of a better term, where the fighters are gathering before their fights and things like that. So it's a regular business. They got to maintain their whatever the word is that I can't think of at the moment because it's starting to get late and I've had a busy day. Their investments. So, what do you choose to do?
You have to pay money to get into the cage.
Yes.
Oh,
Nuts. How much money?
It is 20 gold pieces to enter.
Moon Eye, do you want to play?
It's crossed my mind.
I have 38 gold.
I still have. I got 20.
Oh, so you can pay for yourself.
Yeah.
There
okay.
could be a possible return on investment. You do get money if you win.
Who or what would I be facing?
That is not part of the deal. You sign up, they randomly assign you an opponent, and you go from there. So you could be fighting a super advanced character or NPC, or you could be fighting a level 1 halfling.
Now, out of character, I want to say this real quick, Tim. Remember, we have 1,400 gold in credits also.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a note of this place with plans to come back later when I retire. Because this would be a fun way to die.
Nice. Cage fights. Ooh, yeah, jeez. Sorry, I keep yawning.
All right, so I'm going up to the barkeep, and I'm going to ask him, do you know who would have wanted us to come down here and slip me a tooth?
They just give you a funny look and ignore you.
All right.
It's one of those places.
Hmm.
Well,
All right.
I'm going to order myself a bowl of cheap ale.
It will be provided to you for 10 gold pieces.
How about I just punch the server in the face and take it from him?
Are you legitimately going to try that, or are you just asking in jest?
Asking in jest.
You don't know until you do it. You could. I wouldn't suggest it.
I know. I'm famous for making bad decisions.
This is true.
All right.
Just for fun. No. Guys, we should probably get going.
Oh, man. I want to find out where these guys are.
You should
This
see all the
tooth let us
lead
in
inside
here.
this place. All these letters and everything flying around everywhere.
You should be used to it by now.
That doesn't make it any less confusing.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
All right, so I'm going to go up to one of the guards. I'm going to say, okay, the guy let us in because of this tooth. Do you know where I need to go?
And the one guard, who is a burly human, will just smile.
Wow.
Watching them from a distance, making sure they don't get themselves in trouble.
I don't want to be near.
No.
Smile fight. That'd be awesome.
I'm getting
Drinking
smile harder.
one dagger ready to go in the other.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the plan?
What areas look blocked off? Like we're not allowed to go towards, other than the one room with the training room. Or is that it?
Right. No, there's other areas. There's a big metal door that people come in and out of periodically that has the most heavily guarded spot. But you can't really see inside.
I'm going to go up to the training area first.
Okay.
I'm just walking, not looking at anyone's face. I know where I'm heading, though. I'm heading towards that. And I know there's a guard there. I'm going to pretend like I don't see him. I'm going to just sort of like keep walking.
There are several.
So I guess I'll follow behind him.
All right, they'll stop you.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't watching where I'm going. What's back here?
You were looking straight where you were going. I saw it too. The guard next to him confirms the story. You're not allowed back here. No, he's not. Be quiet.
What's back there?
Have you not been looking? I said be quiet.
I told you I wasn't looking where I was going.
I was talking to you. He's just curious. Shut up! Fine.
You know what? I'm going to look around real quick. I have an idea. I want to find the poorest guy that is in this place.
Okay.
I think he's drinking at the bar right now. He came with us. You mean the second poorest, right?
No. The poorest NPC who's inconspicuous.
A lot of the people in here seem to be in massive amounts of either debt of some kind, or they're just poor. I mean, you're in one of the poorest parts of all of Arnak right now, so everybody looks pretty down on their luck, and then this casino is not helping any. People just owe the establishment money. People are constantly getting thrown out, and you hear them screaming, "Just one more, I'll find my luck," as they get drug into a back room, and you don't see them come out.
Okay, so I want to find a poor group of 5 people.
Okay. That'll be easy enough. You will be able to find them as you... Sorry, I got to yawn again. Dang it. I'm trying to stop myself. It's not working. I had a super busy day.
My idea. All right.
You'll cruise the card tables and be able to find enough of them, was what I was trying to say before I started yawning.
Okay. What do they look like?
The conglomeration of mostly humans. There's a halfling at the table.
Okay. I'll address them. Gentlemen, how'd you like to make a little bit of extra cash?
The card dealer will kind of glare at you, and then you'll see him kind of nod to somebody in the distance, and they'll all look at you. They won't say anything because they're playing their card game and they're rather focused, but they'll definitely acknowledge your existence.
I got a little deal for you.
What's your deal? They're not talking to you. They're playing their card game, but they're listening.
I need a group of about 5 guys to do me a little favor.
Are you going to explain what that favor is, or are you going to wait for volunteers?
I want them to follow me.
They're a little focused on their card game at the moment. I mean, you didn't interrupt them in the middle of a game.
Okay. I'm going to grab the halfling.
Okay.
And slam him up on the table.
Okay. Well, at this point, a guard will come and put his hand on your shoulder. He'll say, "It's time to go."
Hold on. I'll be out of here in a minute. I just need to talk to these guys.
No, you're going to talk to us. And he begins to pull you towards the back room that you haven't seen anybody leave.
I'm following.
Okay.
Mooneye, what are you going to do?
Okay, I'm going to try and throw him off. I'll tell him, it's just a minute. Just hold on.
And he will hit you with his hand. Says, "You don't tell us what to do in our establishment." You take 4 points of damage into the stomach.
Oh.
And then a number of other guards will start showing up.
Okay, I'm going to back away toward the exit.
He's got a hold on you. He's still trying to drag you. You are putting up a good fight.
Okay, I'm going to bite his hand.
Okay, roll me an attack. Zach, are you still observing from the bar? Sorry, Remy.
Okay, let's see.
Zach passed out.
Would I add my to hit on this?
Yeah.
Okay, because my to hit's +3, so this totals 14.
What? Right, because of your and your strength to attack, so you get +4.
Oh, add my strength too? Okay, so strength would be +1. So 15 total.
Okay. You will be able to bite him if that's what you would desire. It is a D6, like everything.
Yeah. Okay, so I rolled a 3.
Okay. And then you add your strength.
See what else? Okay.
Strength modifier, so +1.
All right. So 4 total.
Okay. You do 4 points of damage to this man's hand, and you practically take it off. And he's "Hola!" And a bunch of the other guards will start beating on you. And you will get... so you'll get hit 3 times. Let's see, those 2 do 5, and that guy critted. So he does 8, 13 points of damage as they start to beat you. Your plan? Oh, joined this video call. It looks like you dropped. Okay, well, that explains that. You there?
Apparently, I crashed out.
It's okay, it happens. So your Wolfkin just got the crap kicked out of him.
I heard everything right up until then. It just seems I wasn't sending any. I was trying to, if I could see what was going on. I'm getting myself over there.
Yeah, you do see what's going on. He attempted to interrupt a game. It looks like Tim dropped 2. I don't know. Everybody's connection's awful, or maybe it's just me screwing up everybody else.
That was really weird.
Possibly. Yeah, you took 13 points of damage, Tim, from the guards beating the crap out of you if you missed that part.
Woo!
Yeah, so that happened. He tried to interrupt a card game. The dealer did not like it, and then as he assaulted one of the players, the guards started to beat him up, and they have wailed on him now, and are still trying to drag him into the back room as more and more guards pile on to this nether realm of room.
Well, I hope I live to regret this, but I'm coming at one of the guards with a chair.
Nice.
Trying to get a backstab with a chair.
They are preoccupied, so they will not see it coming.
I'm just making sure to line the shot. I'm in no rush.
Man, gonna hit a guard with a chair. Go WWE style. All right, roll an attack roll. It is indeed. Okay, you will break the chair over his back. You're back. It'll be a D6, and then whatever else your backstab will be.
You got it. Nice.
Man, everybody's dropping out right now. All right, so what was the D6 with the backstab?
So a whopping 1 damage.
With a backstab?
Unless the backstab gives me increased damage. I'm not sure if it does.
I thought it did. Yeah. If the thief, or if the attack is successful, the thief may roll his weapon damage twice. And you get +2 to your base hit when you're backstabbing.
So it's now a total of 4 damage.
Woot! Well, you got his attention with the chair. That's, he certainly looks none too happy as you totally nailed him with this thing. But he's not knocked out or anything. No adverse really effect. He looks very unhappy as you guys have now engaged in complete combat with a number of guards. So you're going to have to roll me initiative. Whoever is the initiative roller with the D6, and you're going to be attacking a number of casino guards. We'll see if they're joined by any more.
What about the patrons inside this place? Do they join you?
They are watching. Some of them are not joining you. Others are starting their own fights over things.
It's going to be pandemonium in here any second.
Yes, the cage match is also going, so there's lots of noise and other
Blood.
things. Yes, there's already lots of noise and blood, so it's just stereo surround sound now.
All right, who wants to roll initiative for us then?
I'll do it this time.
Okay, you beat a 3.
I got a 3.
All right, roll again.
4.
2. You guys go first.
Yay!
Who's going when?
Oh, we have to keep the same order, right? So it's Tim, then Joe, then Zach, then non-player.
Well, you didn't have to, but you can.
Oh, I thought we were.
No, it was just for that combat, but we can still do that if you guys want.
Does that sound good,
That
guys?
sounds efficient.
Yep.
Okay. So Hamilcar, what did I say? George, Remy, and Anselm. Okay. Okay. All of your weapons were left at the door. So.
Oh, I don't remember them
That's
taking my
okay.
weapons.
I got
Yeah.
claws and teeth. I got my own weapons.
Well, apparently you don't need weapons. I mean, you just use a chair. That chair broke. Shank him with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got access to chairs, stools, beer mugs.
Yeah. Mexican
Halfling.
switchblade him.
Improvise.
That's right. Improvised weapons.
Me.
Okay. Hamilcar, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to claw at whoever I can first.
Okay. There are 6 guards surrounding you. Because apparently my random enemy generator has a thing for 6s tonight.
This is awesome.
Okay, so you'll attack the first. Are you attacking the one you already damaged?
He's probably screaming bloody murder because I took his hand off, right?
Practically, but he's still able to attack you.
Okay. While he's disabled, I'm going to see if I can push past this circle of guys.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to do it by pushing the one I hurt out of the way first.
Okay, you'll have to make an attack roll.
Okay, I can do that. 18.
Ooh, you will definitely be successful in shoving him. Okay, do you just want to push him, or do you want to push him down? You want to injure him? What do you want to do?
I'm going to push him into one of the other guys.
Okay. You can. You'll shove him hard enough to throw him into another guard, but not hard enough to damage them. But it's enough to make it more difficult for things to happen, especially because the other guy's like his hand is dangling because he tried to bite it off and is getting blood everywhere. It is
right.
a right mess. Okay, so you are able to extricate yourself from the circle of guards. And then it is now George's turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at Moon Eye and say, bad doggy. I'm going to take my walking stick, and I'm going to swing at Moon Eye, but I'm going to intentionally miss. And I'm going to hit one of the guards near him.
Okay.
Because I still have my walking stick, I assume, because they wouldn't disable an old man.
Correct.
Okay.
You're going to pull a Gandalf on him.
Yeah, I rolled a 13. Plus 1, so 14.
Okay, that will do it. You will connect with the guard and hit him in his face.
I rolled a 4 plus 1 for my strength, so 5.
Okay. Okay, he does 5 points of damage to his face, and his nose breaks, and he's bleeding everywhere. He's, and his eyes just start watering.
And I go, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to hit the dog.
Nice. Okay, that makes it Remy's turn, who's now standing with the shards of a chair in his hand. How much did you do that guard again? Was it 5?
Yeah.
No, not you, Remy, with his chair. Was that
Gotta
4
hit
or
the
5?
Chair?
Yeah,
4.
4.
Or
Okay.
Or because of backstab.
Yeah.
Oh, backstab.
I would backstab somebody with a chair. That's just awesome. All right.
I immediately
So
dropped the
3
chair
guards are
shot.
wounded, 3 are fresh. It's your turn. What are you going to do?
I immediately dropped the chair shards, put my hands up, and start to go, whoa, 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 whoa. On the guard.
Okay, they don't really believe you, and they're still coming at you aggressively.
Oh. So, trying to back myself up onto a table, I'm like, come on, guys, don't do this to me. And I grab something off the table and I smash them face.
Okay. You'll scatter a game, and you'll hear a bunch of people, hey, I was winning!
Yeah, I don't care. Beer mug plus face.
So you're going to attack somebody?
Just attacking whatever guard gets right up on me, and I hit him with whatever I can grab on the table.
Okay. People have drinks and whatever else, so you can find a glass if you want and shove it in their face. You might cut yourself though, so be aware of that. I will roll for it. So.
Fair enough. All right. So I rolled a total of 20.
Okay.
Oh.
Man, you guys are getting high rolls on your attacks.
Not a nat 20.
Right.
Total of 20.
Well, in 0 edition D&D, there is no bonus, positive or negative, for rolling 1 or a natural 20. However, I do like to reward players for that because they don't come up very often, and it's fun, which we usually do double damage for. So,
yeah.
I always like to throw that into a system just because it's fun. Okay, so you will definitely make contact with him. You have picked up some patron's glass, I'm assuming.
Beer mug, whatever I can get in my hands really quick.
Okay, you will get a glass, and you will actually cut yourself on it. So roll your damage.
Three.
Okay, you take a single point of damage as you cut yourself on the glass, as you smash it into a guard's face. Okay, and Ansel will jump on a guard that has already been attacked, the one whose nose was bloodied, and will begin to beat him with his fists. And rolls a natural 20.
Oh.
And full damage. Stinking damage. And beats the man to death right in front of you.
Wow.
Wow, that was disappointing. Okay. This is a little extreme. It's all like Monkey Tarzan on him. And just don't make a ranger upset, apparently. Don't take away his longbow. Okay, that brings it to the guards' turns. And they will have recovered somewhat from their shock of being pushed into each other and having their hand almost bitten off. One of them will miss. The one who is trying to cover his hand and attack you at the same time. It doesn't really work. But the other one will definitely connect with you. Hamilcar but as he was thrown off balance, he only does a single point of damage. However, you've gotten pretty bloodied, so the one who had standing next to the one who had his nose broken, who is now dead, rolls to attack in retaliation on Ansel and hits him with a club type thing. Man, for a single point of damage, it's disappointing. Well, I would say they're strong, so they get a +1. But that's still only 2 points of damage. Okay. All right. And then there are 2. Okay, so the one that got glass smashed in his face will attempt to try and attack you, but since he's gotten glass, attack you, Remy. But since he's gotten glass all up in his face and it's cut him up real well, he trips and falls as he's going to attack you, and he cracks his head on the game room table and knocks himself out.
Oh.
And there is one left who will try and attack George Biggs because he doesn't believe your story of trying to hit the dog, but that doesn't matter because he misses Mr. Invincible tonight, dude. Okay, that brings it back to your turn, players.
Okay, can I move and attack?
You may.
Okay, can I go to my weapons?
No, they're quite far.
Okay, then.
I mean, this is a big establishment. You guys have walked quite a ways in to try and find what you can find.
Okay, how many guys do I have behind me?
There are 4 still surrounding you guys. However, you do notice when you look around that there are more that are trying to wade their way through the crowds that have gathered to observe your fight, which has now become more interesting than the cage fight.
Huh. All right. I'm gonna see if I can head for the exit.
Okay, you're going to try and push your way through a whole crowd of people?
Yep.
Okay, how are you going to accomplish this?
Mm.
And pull a Fezzik. Everybody move! Thank you. You have to have at least one.
Sure, why not?
Okay. All right. You'll definitely get some frightened patrons moving, trying to get out of your way, considering you guys just totally own some of these guards. But others are just going to stand there and watch. They're not horrendously intimidated. They have been watching, and some of them are big also. It's not just weak humans or halflings or anything. It's it's this wide gamut of people. So you can. It's thinned the crowd a bit around you, but it's still a tough slog to get in. So you can start making your way through, but you don't get as far as you would have otherwise. That's my point.
Okay.
George, that makes it your turn. Unless
right,
or you decide you want to attack some random person. Just start punching people in the face as you're walking through the crowd. All right, what are we doing, George?
I'm gonna take my walking stick and I'm gonna spin it like a baton type deal, and I'm gonna just slam it right in the throat of the guy who just took a swing at me, and say, "Dude, I didn't mean to hit you the first time, but this time I did."
Well, that guy got beat to death by Hansel. This is a new guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, that will definitely connect with his throat.
I rolled a 6 plus 1. That's 7.
He'll grab his throat, and you'll hear him kind of choke a bit. And that makes it Remy's turn.
All right,
He's apparently
so this
dancing
dude who went and knocked himself out.
Yeah, he did.
Did he have a weapon on him? Anything?
He had one of those little baton things.
Yeah, I'm totally taking that.
Yeah, like a blackjack kind of deal. Okay. So
I've been wading in to try and help the old guy.
Okay, so you now have a club. Essentially. All right.
So I'm just stepping in trying to attack one of the guys that are going after the old fella.
Okay. Roll for attack. It's one of my favorite voices on Neverwinter Nights.
14.
Attack! I said attack! 14 will hit.
And 4 damage.
4 damage. All right. He's looking beat up. He is not having a good day, but he is still alive. At the moment. Okay, that makes it Ansel's turn, who, with his knuckles dripping, um, stands up and notices that his compadre George has been attacked, and that there has been a retaliation, and he also will attack the same foe. Rage, he misses and hits an innocent bystander instead for 5 points of damage and drops him like a stone.
Oops.
Which makes it the guard's turn. All right, so a guard will grab Hamilcar as he's trying to leave. He'll definitely give chase and will attack you from behind, but critically misses. And you deftly move out of the way, and he also hits an innocent bystander for 4 points of damage and bloodies their face, and they jump on him. You guys are causing a fair amount of bedlam.
Yes.
Yeah, craziness for all. Okay, so that one
Hey, the
is-
cat changed.
Yeah, I actually got my camera working. I've been fiddling with it this whole time.
Nice. The cat grew a human face. Okay, so that guard is now busy. Welcome Zach's face. It is the second guard's turn, who will also try and hit Hamilcar, but miss, but not critically. That guard, who is now getting beaten up by 3 of the party, will turn and try and hit Ansel, who was the last person to attack him, and actually connect. And he does 4 points of damage. Just 6. Whoa, total. Crap, I'm dropping dice. And the last guard will try and follow Remy to attack, and rolls a natural 20.
Oh.
With his blackjack, and does full points of damage. So he does. Is that 12? 15. Total points of damage. Can survive that.
To who?
4 hit points left. It'll do.
To Remy was the one who was attacked. As he does,
Alright.
turns around and
Yeah.
does a solid wham!
Yeah, I'm down to 4 hit points, but I'm still standing.
Okay, you guys do have healing potions if you recall. The rest of the party. Okay, that makes it your turn.
Okay, I'm going to continue to move for the door. Nicholas froze.
It looks like it.
Yep.
He's back on again.
Well, it was bound to happen. It was happening to everybody else. All right. As I was saying before I noticed, that I was cut off, was that the other guards are attempting to press in on the crowd to join their comrades in the fight that you guys have started in this casino, but they are unable to join for the press of the crowd. And as I said, it was your turn now, Hamilcar.
All right, I'm still gonna make my way toward the door and our weapons.
Okay, you can continue pushing your way through the crowd, and it will also still be a slow travel to there, and you will have one guard is still following you, and the other one is now fighting a number of individuals as he keeps hitting people on accident. And people are now okay with attacking guards, so they start attacking them throughout the rest of the casino. Look what you guys did. Makes it George's turn.
All right. Well, us 3 are attacking this one guard, right?
Yeah, poor guy. He's having a really bad day.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and just uppercut him.
Okay.
Just insult to injury, an old man just do an uppercut. I rolled an 11 plus 1 for 12.
A 12 will not hit, so you try to do your dragon punch and totally miss. Hadouken! It looks really impressive, but you hit nothing.
No.
Okay, makes it Remy's turn.
So this guard is still standing. May as well just finish him.
Okay.
Finish him.
Get a 16 will definitely hit. You can reach in and grab his spine.
Doing 6 damage. God damn.
Nice. You will definitely finish him.
Flawless victory. Fatality.
Yeah. As his. Yeah, we're not going to describe it. We'll just, actually, how do you want to describe it?
Just
Tell us the
the
tale.
bots and go on with my day.
Fair enough. Okay. There is one more guard. Ansel will turn around and try and attack him, and is able to do so. He is actually fresh and unbeaten, this guard. He takes that much. Okay. That makes it their turn. Hamilcar, you're still being pursued, but the press of the crowd and the anger of everyone causes him to miss his attack on you. And this last guard, who will now respond to Remy, misses as Remy dodges out of the way deftly with his homeless man power. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's the stink of the unwashedness. He says, "Oh, what is that?" And that makes it Hamilcar's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna wheel around real quick and see if I can slash this guy across the face.
Okay, through clawed hands.
Yep. Okay. So 21.
To attack?
Well, yeah, I rolled a 17 plus my strength plus my to hit bonus, which is +3.
Okay. Yeah,
Wow.
you'll definitely connect with his face. That's gonna hurt.
Okay, just rake my claws all the way across his face.
Okay.
And the die roll was a 1.
Woo! Okay. So you do 2
With my
total.
strength, so a total of 2.
That impressive. But you still scratch him across the face. You know, it opens up and it's bleeding, and he's like, ah. Okay, George.
How far
Okay.
away from me is Hamilcar and this last guard?
Within walking distance. They're not that far away. I mean, he's been trying to kind of wade through a crowd, you know. But there's lots of stuff going on. There's people moving. It's crazy.
All right, so I'm going to walk.
It's a full-on bar brawl now. So you know,
Right.
there's stuff flying.
So I'm going to be dodging back
going
and forth, weaving between people. I'm going to get up right behind the guard. I'm going to take my stick and just point of the stick right in the back of the skull.
Ouch.
Sort of like a backstab. Would this be a backstab if he's with this big of a crowd?
Oh yeah, no, it's super crazy. Like
So-
you guys are lucky if you don't get backstabbed.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to backstab him with the stick. Back of the skull. So
Right.
back skull it.
Yeah, back skull it.
That is a 12 plus 2 for base hit plus 1, so 15.
Okay, you'll connect with your staff on the back of his
Alright.
head.
That's a 4 plus 2 for base, so that's 6 plus, and it's double, right? Because it's successful, right? For backstab?
Backstab, yeah. No, you get to roll it again.
Okay.
So you roll your damage twice.
All right, so that'd be 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 1 is, sorry, 7. 7 total.
Okay, that'll be enough to break his neck, and you'll hear it even amongst the den of the crowd, and
Oh, man.
drops him.
Vicious.
Okay, so that guard is down.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to slam my stick on the ground and say, "We want to talk to who's in charge here." Yell it as loud
Okay.
as I can.
Okay, there's a lot of noise going on, so you'll pretty deaf to what's happening. That makes it Remy's turn. There is one guard left
He's getting some
within
club.
your immediate striking distance. He's getting some club. Getting clubbed in the club.
Total of 17 to hit.
All right, you'll make a connection with your now club.
And 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
Good
He's
night
looking
to me.
none too happy, but still up and running. At this point, now that combat has been going on for several minutes, sort of, 6 seconds around, out of the door from which no one comes, something emerges. And it is a large, dark figure in a long black cloak, and all he does is clap his hands, and the room falls silent. The action is still going, but the room falls silent, and all you hear is his voice, "Enough!" And the vast majority of people will stop struggling and stop fighting.
Here's where I am.
And what does the rest of you do?
I'm gonna look at this figure. Did you summon us?
You cannot speak, you find.
Wow. Reach into my pouch and pull out the dragon tooth and hold it up in the air.
Okay. He will definitely turn to look at you, and you feel a deep dread wash over you just by this glance. And he says, "You have made yourself known. Come, let us speak." And a number of guards will grab you and start to drag you off. And I've had a long day, so let's wrap it up there.
Oh.
As the party is drug into a back room in the middle after a massive casino fight that you started.
It was well worth it.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Always.
That was certainly not what I was expecting it to go.
That escalated quickly. That was not what I planned to do. My plan was
What I
just,
planned to do.
I was just going to bribe a bunch of underlings to get them to distract the 2 guards into the one high security area, and then we were just going to slip on through.
Well, you did try and interrupt a casino card game. Like they take that thing kind of personally. You're like, "Hey, you guys want to make some extra money?" It's like whirling up into Vegas and sitting down at the blackjack table and being like, "I want to give you guys money." They're not gonna take that. So what we usually do after we're done playing is we talk about the system and then the product a little bit. So what do we think of White Box fantastic medieval adventure game?
I love the ease of the D6s.
What was that, Tim?
It was similar to the last system we played. It was a lot of the roles were the same. I didn't really have to do too much to change my character. The only thing that was the only significant change was scaling down his D8s to D6s, but all the roles were still basically the same, and I didn't use most of the skills he had.
Yeah.
Like the percentage of tracking by scent or the hide or the dark vision and stuff.
Right.
Because that wasn't part of the system here.
No, it's a very, very simplified version of Swords and Wizardry. So, Zach, you're new. This is your first game with us. Welcome. What did you think of White Box? Got a nod? Good.
It was actually really simple. I managed to get my way through it pretty easily.
Yeah, you picked it up pretty quick.
Took me a little bit to get my gear done, but that's because I'm a thief. Got to be picky about what you got on hand. Buys on for having strange and useful equipment.
Right.
The guy with the 10-foot pole.
See? I told you guys, 10-foot poles.
The walking sticks.
Yeah, you got to have it.
Mine's collapsible.
Yeah, yours is collapsible. In our group, I'm probably the one who's role played the longest. Maybe save my brother. So we were when we first started and we played Ravenloft, we kept telling everybody bring a 10-foot pole because they are essential in old school role playing games. Everybody needs one for finding traps and the like. But yeah, the White Box is a really simplified game, which is part of the reason why I like it so much. Is it doesn't have a lot of rules. Rules can be fun, rolling for everything. I still like the 3.5 edition of Dungeons & Dragons, even though you've got like a bazillion skills and lots of other really complicated things going on. The crunch is really nice, but sometimes when we want to tell just a really good story, a really simplified system is where it's at. And especially if you're teaching new people who haven't really role-played before, you don't want to throw a crap load of rules at them. 5th edition is really nice, and luckily I had I do social media, which we have an Instagram account, Skinner Games. We also have Facebook and Twitter and things like that. I'm pretty active on there, and I post a lot of the things that I do personally. Lately, I illuminated a spellbook for our tabletop game, which Joe was a part of, and it was one of his daughters, actually, who ended up with that. The classic Swords rolls, so we play with the full rolls on that one. Anyway, somebody really liked it, and they decided to want to patron some of my work, and they sent me a couple of the books for 5th edition, which I like. 5th edition is good. It's a very fantastic game, but it is really complicated. There's a lot of ins and outs. There's some stuff that's great. It's still a simple game. It's not a bad one, but White Box is really just super basic D&D. You've got your normal stats. It takes maybe 5 minutes to make a character. Zach, what did you think about the character creation?
Again, pretty simple. I managed, even though I hadn't had a lot of free time with work this week to read the book, I still managed to get through character creation by myself terribly much. Didn't see any major hurdles, nothing terribly confusing about the system. Really easy to get. Yeah. Yeah,
and like I said, that's part of the reason why I like OSR games quite a lot. Is they're really easy to pick up, especially if you've had experience with D20 games in the past. Like not so much 4th edition because it's so different. It's quite a huge departure from what was happening before. But if you've played a lot of the 3.x series or 5th edition, picking up an OSR is a snap.
We can see you moving, but there's no audio from your end.
Yeah, you lost your voice, Nick.
Enough. Draw it on index cards and hold it up to the camera.
Could we pretend to be talking for him, and he moves his mouth and we talk? I want to give Joe all my money. Wow. I have no money.
When we're done the session, I'm going to go outside and bury my head.
Is it back?
Of course, after I'm done giving Joe my money.
Hello.
I can hear you.
There you go.
Still all hearing me?
Yeah.
Because I can't hear anybody now.
You're fine. We hear you.
Somebody say something.
We can hear you.
I see that my mic is working, but I can't hear anyone. That's super, super annoying.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Great podcast.
Man, what the heck happened there? All right, anyway. It was like my head mic stopped working for whatever reasons and having weird issues with that. So, the game is really simple. It only goes up so far. Like the elf advancement only goes up to level 8. This isn't like a level 20 game. It's a lot like the older versions where some of the classes went up a lot further and some of them didn't. But the art is really pretty. If you get into a lot of OSR games,
you'll see kind of a bit of cycle art. Artists that people like to use because they have a lot of really good feel, and this is one of them. But it's still a really pretty presentation. I like the art quite a bit. Here's that as well. It's a really well done thing. Like I said, the PDF is free. It costs, you know, it's not too expensive. It's a pretty good book. I don't remember what it is now off the top of my head. $30 or something like that. But it's a whole game in one book. You know, and once again, it's one of those single volume games that I'm so in love with because you don't have to pay $120, which is the cover price for 5th edition, to be able to play a game. You can get free or, you know, a nice hardback copy for pretty cheap. This one I think I got off of Drive-Thru RPG, and I think they might sell it on Lulu as well. Although I don't like the Lulu print-on-demand books, hardbacks, as much as I like the Drive-Thru RPG. Drive-Thru uses sturdier materials. I really like White Box, and what do our players think about it?
It was good. Very fun.
Very fun. Okay.
Oh, so you got my voice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Now I can hear everyone because my speakers are working. Oh, what the heck is going on with my computer now? I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys like listening to us. Join us again next time. We'll be playing another game with another system. Actually, I believe next time we're playing, because he was wanting to run it. We were going to do Savage Rifts, Savage Worlds, which I've never actually played. I always wanted to get into a Savage Worlds game. And I love their old school Rifts system, and I was super happy when they came out with Savage Worlds Rifts because Savage Worlds is amazing. I hear lots of good things about it, and Rifts is always fun, and I think that the people Rifts will handle the property a little bit better. So I'm super excited to play that. We will be using pre-generated characters, and like I said, my brother Nolan was planning on running it, so we'll see if that's going to be the case, so that I actually get to sneak and play Rifts and Ages. I'm super excited for that. Else do it. It's a very, very different game than we're used to playing, so we'll see how that goes. It's going to be really awkward. We're going to do it over the next 2 sessions, so it's the next 2 months, first Saturday of every month. You're always welcome to join us whenever. Just let us know, and we will go from there. So keep an eye on our channel. Please like and subscribe. Help us continue doing what we're doing. If you guys have any suggestions for any games you'd like to see us play, please let me know, and we'll see what we can do to take care of that. We have lots of games in the queue. We've got Call of Cthulhu. Actually, it's Cthulhu Dark Ages, which is the medieval version of that. We have other games as well. We plan on playing the D6 Star Wars at the end of the year, right around when the movie comes out, because that'll be amazing. And I love the D6 version. Still the best Star Wars game. I have all of the others, but that one is still the best. But until then, thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next time. Happy gaming!